Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Charlie Fibrosis, and I wanted to do a little bit of an update video for all of you and talk about some things that have been going on. So, it's been interesting. A lot of stuff has happened, both good and bad. Um, some of the bad stuff has been stressful, but there has been good stuff too, and I can take happiness in that. So, let me just kind of tell you everything that has happened as of late, and here's where the good and bad comes in. So, the bad at least. Let me get that out of the way first. So, part of the reason why I haven't done as much content as of late is I ran into a massive computer issue. My computer would randomly cut out in terms of audio, and then the screen would freeze, and then the computer would restart, and I would lose all my data and progress thus far. So if I was working on a NASCAR, painting it up and everything like that, computer restarts and I lose all the work that I was doing on that scheme. So last Friday, which was the 26th of January, and hello Davidson 4811, nice to have you on here. I bought brand new parts, or mostly brand new parts for my computer. I got a new graphics card, a 1050. I got a new 2 sticks of RAM at a good price. No, not really at a good price. Expensive. RAM is really expensive right now, but I got some new RAM. And I also got a new power supply. Wondering if that was what the issue was. Everything has been working okay. I did have the computer reboot on me randomly like twice, and now it's kind of gone back to its original setup where instead of showing like a big giant blue screen and randomly shutting down, at least now it's telling me Windows has run into an error and we're sorry, but it needs to reboot. So that's only happened a couple of times, and it's getting less frequent. I had it originally, I was just having the computer randomly reboot like 2-3 times a day for no real reason other than just wanting to restart. So yeah, so I've been battling computer issues for about 3 weeks now, and I think finally now they've sorted themselves out because I've run this computer for about 2 days now, more or less, without it stopping or only taking a few breaks here and there in sleep mode or a shutdown for a little while, and it's run flawless. There was one time it rebooted last night, but I'm not really going to get into a big hissy fit about that. I do have a friend who's willing to sell me his motherboard and processor to try and resolve some issues, but at least right now things are stable enough where I could probably get through maybe about 4 months with this current processor motherboard setup that I've got, and I will upgrade the computer to a Ryzen processor and a Ryzen compatible motherboard and put Windows 10 on this machine. Not too thrilled about having to do Windows 10, but it is what it is. So, in addition, I have been working on other projects too. I am co-founder of Elite Racing Network 2. I've been working on some projects regarding that, and it's been kind of a difficult and slow process working on that. But I'm trying to get it as streamlined as possible to work on these projects better into the future. There is a prospect that I may redo the video that I have yet to post because the video quality is crap. But maybe I can push it out a little bit harder and get it to run a little bit better. so I can provide a better quality product. But that's what I've been working on at least these last 2 to 3 days, is getting stuff ready for that. So I've been flipping between my laptop computer to my desktop computer using the HDMI splitter. I've just been working on a whole bunch of stuff. But luckily everything now is kind of sorted themselves out where I can do these projects without running into any issues. In addition, I've also made a big decision, so it really isn't the end of the world because it's not going to affect the channel that much, but I've decided in about 2 weeks' time I'm going to start working again. I've got my job. I got my job at a local, not diner, but a food eatery, I guess you want to say. I've had my job there for almost 4 years now, and I'm going to go back to it. I think by this point, more than anything else, that my ankle, in terms of the degrees of rotation, being able to stand on both legs without a lot of pain, or any pain really at all, the fact that I'm getting around really, really well without a brace on, or a boot, or anything else like that, I think it's time to go back to work. Now, in terms of what that means for everything else, I've got a few choices to make. I could go and I could start working and doing like 5 to 9 p.m. on a Friday night, do 5 to 9 on a Saturday, or 9 to 3 on a Saturday, and then go back on Sunday and work a 9 to 3 as well. I'm going to see what I may have to know and do. I am going to be looking for other employment at the exact same time because, frankly, I am ready to move on in terms of employment, but I do need to get back to work at least in the meantime before I can push forward to any other job prospects pushing ahead. So that's kind of what's going on, at least in the personal life. In regards to projects and things like that I was working on before all these computer issues, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is a decent amount of them will continue. I may sit down and I may play some Super Mario Odyssey. I know I was doing some videos on painting race cars for the 1969 mod. If I can get some help on that, or if I can kind of push forward and just do it, I will do so. I still have a good chunk of the cars finished that I just need to put right back into the game, which isn't a big deal. But in regards to like NASCAR Heat 2, this is where the bad news comes in. So apparently Steam did not use cloud-based saving for the game. So when my computer hit rock bottom and I needed to reinstall Steam and everything else like that, I lost all my data. So NASCAR Heat 2 and Formula 1 2016, those are going to have to be redone. And it really, really disappoints me because I was already in my second season in NASCAR Heat 2. I completed the whole third season technically. I was already in my third season running through the Truck Series Championship and pushing for that. And I had just got my first NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series win and everything else like that. Excuse me. And yeah, so I gotta kind of restart all over again with that, and that leaves me disappointed. But the good news is I could possibly do a lot better of a job on doing the videos, being a little bit more focused, and doing that. I do take some pride in this, though. If you guys remember the NFL tournament series that I did, that actually is finished. It's concluded. I did exactly what I intended to do. Start a season, finish the season, and hopefully come out as champion. So I can take a little bit of pride and happiness in the fact that I got that done. Also, in addition, something that I kind of got into near the tail end the 2017 year into 2018 and over the last few weeks as well, I've also gotten interested in emulation. So I've got the Dolphin emulator, I've got the PlayStation 2 emulator, I've downloaded a few games for it. Some work, some don't, but that's kind of as it is. I do want to investigate some games here and there. I prefer not to do emulation, sheerly on the fact of I prefer to honestly own the copy of the game if I'm going to play it, but all things considered, I could very well get something going. So with that being stated, I'm excited in that regard. One other game that I am interested in figuring out if I can get it to work is a game that a former co-worker of mine gave me. This is Papyrus IndyCar Racing, and this is interesting. This is a PC title, and it works for Windows 95 and Mac. As I look at the disc, it looks like it was very, very well maintained. But yeah, like, I got an IndyCar game that I've been wanting to play for the longest time. I just can't get to run on Windows 8. I could probably try and see about working at it again and consulting some people, but IndyCar racing, kind of want to give it a shot eventually. I don't know if my wheel would work with it, but I would hope so. In addition, just beyond other things, so this actually tomorrow, Amra is running Sears Point. We're going to run that event. We then, if ERL is going to have an event, I'm pretty sure that they are. We're going to run that too. We're going to have 2 races tomorrow, and we're going to have some fun doing it. I may also leave a little bit early in the day before the events happen to go and spend some time with my family, which I'm excited about, and possibly get some more Legos, which I'm happy about too. I did kind of stop working on my Lego film that I was working on, but I haven't destroyed the set. It's just kind of gone off to the wayside because I was working on these computer issues. And I think going forward, this is a project that I will work on, but it's going to be a little bit of a slower process. Because the goal is at least going forward and regarding employment is I hope to find a 9-to-5 job that I can work Monday through Friday, and I can leave my Sunday position at eventually. And I can do the type of work that I want involving information technology. I can make the money that I would like to make, everything else like that. So yeah. So everything else, like, just beyond the computer issues, have been going decent at least. Lungs are a little bit kind of messed up, but I've also had some friends, to spend time with and everything like that, so I'm happy in that regard. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions, I'm more than willing to answer them. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to Creator Studio on my laptop, which is where the stream is coming from. And that way I can keep an eye on the stream. And I can also get started on painting some race cars for you guys. So one thing I did want to show you real quick, because I think this is cool. Let's go over to the gaming PC, and I want to show you this. So this coming IRL IndyCar season, which is run on Friday nights, I have agreed to be part of Greg Irwin Racing, and this is one of the schemes that I'm going to be driving. This is actually pretty sweet to me because, let me grab it out of my card book real fast. Here we go. Got that. Here is kind of what I want to show you. I, growing up, was a big fan of Sam Hornish Jr. Let me go ahead and swap cameras real quick. There we go. I was a big fan of Sam Hornish Jr., but because I think it's JB Motorsports has the sponsorship of the Pennzoil colors, or the Pennzoil sponsorship, I grabbed my favorite driver growing up, Scott Sharp. Now I know what you're thinking. To those of you who went back into the past and I think saw the IndyCar series video that I made for like my collection and so, you never saw that Scott Sharp one. I didn't even realize it was missing. I went ahead and I got, at a really, really cheap price, another one of those fan guides, perfectly preserved, and went ahead and took the cards out, and I'm going to give the original ones to my youngest brother. He won't have Scott Sharp and like one other driver, but it's a mostly complete set. So yeah. So in 2018, for the IORL IndyCar Series, I am going to be... This is at least my intended primary scheme. There's a secondary scheme for this, but I am probably going to race this car the most. I really, really love what Greg did for the car, and he just created it as a blend of the Air Force, which he is a part of, and as a blend of Scott Sharp's machine that I'm a big fan of. It's just a perfect combination of the two, and I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up GIMP, and I think I'm going to paint some cars. I also think I'm going to open up NR2 to check on some things here and there, because I can't remember if some paint schemes I've created and some I have not. Let's open up NR. Take a look. Ah, there's a 69 car set. So I got this mostly set up right. I know that this is not 100% right because this reverted back to an older save on paint schemes, but the good news is I've got most of these paint schemes saved and everything like that, so I can go ahead and swap them. Excuse me. I don't know if I have it in here. In fact, I kind of doubt it. I do not. Oh, I did make that car. Cool. Excuse me. Oh, there was one other thing I did want to show you guys real quick. As I go over here to the 2010 wing. Wednesday nights is going to be Voltage Sim Racing, which I did try to qualify in for one of their events. This is going to be my scheme for the season. I'm not going to be racing the 21 as it's already claimed, but I am going to be driving the 12 car, which I can take. That's fine. So I'm ready. I'm ready for a decent amount of leagues this coming season. So let me think here real quick. I need to open up some paint schemes. Painting folder, logos. Finished cars is all I need. Alright, cool. I got a decent number of these cars backed up and saved. So I need to export them to TGAs and get them moved. So let's just open them all up. and then we'll get them transferred out. There we go. Let's export it. And let's go to gaming drive. Let's get started. Export, file, export as, and then we'll go ahead and transfer them over. To state this, though, as I think about it, a topic I do want to talk about real quick is actually Danica Patrick's car for the 2018 Daytona 500. Excuse me. It's ugly. That's a terrible, absolutely awful, disgusting, poorly designed paint scheme. And I really don't see her winning the Daytona 500 either. If anything, I gotta say, I think that she'll probably be able to get maybe a top 20, 25th position at best. I don't see her winning the thing, though. Not in a premium motorsports car. Alright, let's go ahead and get these cars exported, and we are done. In that regard, I do need to change one thing. Let's see here. I think I have it down near the bottom. There we go. The one thing I need to change on this particular car is the face. I don't know how that reverted back to the original state it was in, but okay. So driver wires, face. Alright, let's do this. File, open as layers. I'm about to sneeze. Gaming drive. No, pictures. 1999, 2017 drivers. Let's grab Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let's grab him. Drag him up. And let's zoom in and mess with Dale a little bit. There we go. So now all I gotta do is change the color of the outside of the number, and I think we'll be just about done. One. File, export as, TGA, gaming drive, BIOS, and on exports. Export. There we go. Now we can jump into NR and do this magic we need to do. Not in this mod though. There we go. Let's see, 21. Ah, that was right. Yay. We may even take these cars out for a little test run too. Alright, new 33 Earnhardt, import 33 Jeffrey Earnhardt. I can't remember who he was on a team with last year. I'm eventually gonna have to change up some of these paint schemes because some of these schemes and numbers and everything like that don't exist anymore. Though this was intended just to be the excuse me, this was just intended to be the 2017 season with some blend of a few earlier schemes, but not many. But it is what it is. Keselowski's I know could be improved upon though. Hey, how you doing, man? What's up? So actually that is something that now that I think about it, so I don't know if this is true, but from what I heard it sounds like this is going to be Kurt Busch's last season in NASCAR, and frankly I'm not really that surprised. Not to say that Kurt Busch has been a bad driver or anything like that, but just with the way that everything's been going in NASCAR as of late, I don't exactly know how much longer he was going to stick around anyway, so. Menard. I need to make Menard's scheme. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, I also put, what's his name? Put in, oh, Hoivik. So as I think about like the last drivers left really from like the 2002-ish season is like Newman, really Newman, Johnson. That's really about that's really about it. And as to how I'm doing, I'm okay. All right. Oh yeah, Kevin Harvick still is racing. I forgot about that. Kevin Harvick for I know that there is one I am missing, and I need to. I need to put it in here. I need to put in the 78. Casey Kane, Elliott Sadler. I think that's it. Can I have a car? Well, I mean, uh, depends. What do you intend to use it for? I'm not starting a league or anything like that. Well, you know what? I'm gonna ask about that. So, there's a couple of questions I have regarding next year for um, EIL for the Winston Cup Series. I'm trying to make a decision on whether I would like to continue on to the new season or not. And if so, what are people interested in racing? I'm kind of wondering if 1969 series would be good. See, so many people write in different ways and different forms, so I don't understand what's a joke and what's serious, so. probably within the next week, I'm going to not only take a look into seeing what track we should race for the Charlotte event, but I'm also going to look into putting a poll up and asking, what do you guys want to race? The Keselowski car is probably one that I'm going to change. I got some stuff I need to change about it anyway, but I do kind of like this design in a way. Fair enough. I can't really get angry at that, so alright. Oh yeah, that's gonna sound weird. I guess I can do something kind of interesting too, so I want to show you something. Let's go ahead and save this, because it's good to save things when we don't want to lose them. And I'm going to show you something really cool. It's alright. Alright, so let's see this. Papyrus. Sound. Need to keep the DAT file. Alright, let me show you this real quick. Make sure I got the right car. Yep. Let's go to 1970s Talladega. You want to see something crazy?
Clear to the wall. They're all clear, go hard. Down here until we get over there off 2.
Just flew over the wall at Talladega.
Clear to the wall. They're all clear, go hard. Down here until we get over there off 2.
Here we go. We're going, we don't need roads.
The hell happened now? 25. 5, 4, 2. Really have some major issues here. So I put bare bond on the other side of the seam of the hood.
Yes,
Seam of the hood right there above the grill.
I need to see if that's
Need to seal all that up.
and if I can put it in a whole bunch of other mods. Let's look at the replay though. Just Dale Earnhardt Jr. just looking comfortably. Oh my gosh. Goes airborne right there. I got some faces I need to change. Don't have to do all of them, but I know I have to do some. I'll have to write some of them down. Hey, I'm just using an incredibly fast
I picked up a bad vibration.
to the equivalent.
It's got a person in it, won't turn at all. It's got a bad vibration under braking. And real bad push. Cleared it along.
Some crazy.
We're all clear, go hard. Go down the apron until we get over there, officer.
Look at the speed that we're going. We're going 300, 400, 500, 700. We are up against the wall. Still riding against the wall. We are airborne.
Really have some
barrier. We are now flipping.
You have to pop the left front off to get up in there to work on it. Just concentrate on the left front fender right now. The left front pulled up.
And I think I'm going to go back and go ahead and fix up some of these schemes. So let's open up GIMP again. File. Open. Painted cars is what we're looking for. Painted vehicles. No, not that. Desktop painting folder. And let's go to painted vehicles. Finished cars. 1969 finished cars. Let's just drop a whole bunch in there too. I got so many cars I need to either delete or I need to move in general. That's one. I think. Yeah, I forgot to do Martin Truex Jr. Pyrus. NR exports dot TGA export. desktop, painting folder, finished cars, 87 MTJ. 87 MTJ. Oh, I forgot about that. Cool. I was afraid I lost that. I think some of these schemes I can go ahead and get back, and so let me check something. So we got MTJ, he's done. J Mac, Harvick, Kane, Sadler I need to do. So I gotta grab something from NASCAR.com. Let's go back to me and let's go grab it. Drivers. There we go. Blaney's done. Menard's done. Jeffrey Earnhardt. I need to grab him. Circle Sport. That's the name of it. Oh wait, I already have Jeffrey Earnhardt. Never mind. So let's see here. Earnhardt. Got Newman. Got Chase Elliott. So let me open up those four. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and head on up to Sadler and change excuse me, what we need there. Replace. Export. Sadler's done. Save. Now let's do Chase Elliott. Pictures, 2017 drivers, 2017 NASCAR drivers. Wrong location. Pictures, 1999. There we go. Indian drivers. And this is the 24. So you need to go to Elliott. File, export as, gaming drive, Papyrus, exports, export. There we go. Save. This is going to be a little tricky, but it'll be easy too. As long as I remember what I'm doing. Alright, file. Let's go ahead and put in Jeffrey Earnhardt. Alright, so now I know what I need to do. I need to go into NR, and I need to go ahead and pull the 31 out. Jimmy doesn't have his face, so... Chase Elliott does have his new face, though, so let's go ahead and import that. Come on. Come on. There we go. Do, 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 do. $31 on 1969.31. I'll probably go ahead and clear out this stuff. So export 43. Alright, let's alt tab out of here and do what we need to do. So body color, open as layers. There, perfect. We're nearly perfect. There we go. Let's see here. What's his name? Newman. Alright, let's go ahead and fix that for the Newman machine. There we go. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I may come back in a little while to work on some other stuff. But I'm going to finish up these cars, and I will see you guys again very soon. See you later.